From Lawrence Academy in Groton, Mass, this is NEPSAC Baseball here on LSP. Today, it's senior day for the Lawrence Academy Spartans with a record of 12-10 and 8-5 in the ISL as they host the BB&N Knights with a record of 12-11 and 7-6 in the ISL. Good afternoon, everybody. Sam Feely here with you, ready to bring you the play-by-play story. Senior week continues here on LSP. We had Medford Baseball Senior Day. Unfortunately, yesterday, they got mercy ruled by Stoneham 11-0. We'll see if this will be a little more competitive. This game will be a little more competitive, and you're certainly going to see, BB&N's best player on the mound and at the plate to start out this game. It's going to be Brady McCutcheon. He's the starting pitcher and the DH today for BB&N, and he leads the team in most categories on both sides of the ball. He leads the team in batting average at .488 and on-base percentage at .532, just for a little bit of a sample. His opponent will be Jay Morris for Lawrence Academy. Again, the start on the bump for the Spartans in white and BB&N in blue. Brady McCutcheon going to lead things off, to be followed by Matt Hirsch in center. Alex Sandell is at short. Jake Berglund is at third. Dan Talachi is at second. And then we had a little bit of an issue with the first lineup card we were given by BB&N manager Craig McLaughlin. He has Declan Wilkes and then Will Rico and then Paul McNiff right and Gus Anata in left to round out the lineup. Wilkes and Rico were both listed as first basemen on the lineup card, and there was no catcher on the lineup card, so we'll have to figure that out and see who's going to be catching. But we'll get the game started just a little behind schedule. 3:31, first pitch is a ball, 1-0 to Brady McCutcheon. So McCutcheon against Morris, and that'll be taken low. McCutcheon ahead in the count to begin the ball game. 3-0. And he doesn't have an OBP over 500 for no reason. That's in there for strike one. They got those first couple of pitches outside the zone. You say, put the bat on your shoulder until you get a strike, and that'll be slapped the other way, foul. And now it's a full count. Payoff pitch to McCutcheon. Outside, ball four. Leadoff man aboard by way of the base on balls for the Knights. And here is the center fielder, Matt Hirsch. Hirsch third on the team, batting .400 this season. Runner takes off for second, and it will not nearly be in time. Stolen base for McCutcheon. Runner in scoring position now for Hirsch. Pitch was a ball. It's 1-0. McCutcheon at second after the steal. And Hirsch takes on the outside corner to even the count at 1. Hirsch has one of 4 home runs hit by BB&N this season. Down and away, 2-1. The other 3 are by the man on deck, Alex Sandell, with 3 on the season. McCutcheon, by the way, with his steal, is now up to 7 on the season. This will be slapped down the third baseline. Nice diving stop. Throw on to first in time for the out. Getting to third after the throw, however, is McCutcheon. but an excellent diving stop to at least get one out and prevent perhaps an RBI. So runner at third, one out. Teddy McLaughlin flashing the leather here to get the first out of the ball game. Here is Sandell, power hitter for BB&N, as I mentioned. 3 of the team's 4 home runs this season. That skips to the plate. The count will be 2-0. Milberg, where are you at? Well, our mystery guests enter and sign in, please. That is in there for a strike. The count is 2-1. McCutcheon at third. Let off the game of the walk. Stole second. Got to third on the ground out to third. Check, swing. Oh, it's a ball, and it's 3-1. Looked like a good spot. I didn't think he actually went around, but I mean, you'd just rather just put him on than, serve up a 2-run piece, but that'll be fouled off. 3-2, second full count of the inning for Morris. And time called as Morris steps off and Sandell steps out. Three-two. Good job to go down and foul that one off to stay alive. That bounce in front of the plate, too, and it's just barely able to make contact and keep the at-bat going, and it'll be ball 4. Ball got away from the catcher, C.J. Schuster, but Sandell says to McCutcheon, stay where you are, I'll take my base. So runners at the corners, one out. At least it puts the inning-ending double play into the realm of possibility, but early mound conference here. Chris Margraf going out to chat with the entire infield for the Spartans. We'll see they've gotten stores. I'm about to look up, see if Sandell's stats were in terms of stolen bases. Oh, yeah. Yeah, he has 10. Okay. Your number 3 hitter is your leader in home runs and stolen bases. Love it. So this is definitely a possibility for a double steal here to try and get the first run of the ball game, or at least try to stay out of the double play, even if McCutcheon were not to try and make a break for home. So you got McCutcheon at third, Sandell at first. Here's the third baseman, Jake Berglund. Third baseman McLaughlin playing even with his bag. There goes the runner on the very first pitch. And it'll be an easy stolen base. Is coming up from shortstop to cut off the throw is Downing to see if maybe they could gun down McCutcheon breaking for home, but he didn't even think about going. So it's second, third. That takes the double play out of the equation. 1-0 the count. And Berglund went around there. And the count will be 1-1. So two runners in scoring position now. Second stolen base of the inning. Sandell picking up his 11th of the season without a tag. Still only one out in the inning. 1-1 the count. He went around. And it's 1-2. 2-2. Berglund on the season is batting .261 with 8 RBIs, 2 doubles. And he'll hit this one into shallow right. It's caught. Here comes the throw to the plate. McCutcheon tagging. He scores. And into third goes Sandell. 1-0 on the sacrifice fly. Here is Dan Talachi, the second baseman for BB&N, and he swings and misses for strike one. So BB&N able to get the first run of the game home without the aid of a hit. Get him on, get him over, get him in, right? In the end, that's the only stat that matters. Swing and a miss, 0-2. Kind of an emergency hack at a low pitch there by Talachi. That'll skip to the plate. Sandell. Don't know if you saw it in that picture. I was just looking down my score sheet for a moment, but he is trying to. Good secondary leadoff. Third, an excuse me, swing. He went around, and it's strike 3. The inning is over. BB&N gets 1 run on no hits with no errors and 1 left. And after half an inning, BB&N 1, LA coming up. Advertising opportunities are available on LSP. Sponsor our content for as little as $25 a spot. Email samfeelypbp@gmail.com for more information. So I gave you BB&N's lineup. Again, we're just waiting to see who's going to be the catcher, either Wilkes or Will. Not Will Rio, Will Rice. I'm misreading my own handwriting and turn an E into an O somehow. But Will Rice or Declan Wilkes will figure out who the catcher is in just a moment. But here's the LA lineup. It's Matt Morin leading off at second, followed by Keegan Ryan in center. Teddy McLaughlin is at third. Brian Downing is at short. Jacob Ward is in left. Tommy Whitlock is DH. Charlie McLaughlin is in right. CJ Schuster is behind the plate. And Luke Miller rounds out the lineup at first. And you saw Jay Morris on the bump, and Brady McCutcheon is going to take the bump for BB&N after leading off the game with a walk, a steal, and then scoring the game's first run. McCutcheon this season give me stats in just a moment, but allowed 2 home runs, struck out 25 batters in 27 2/3 innings, allowing 14 earned runs with 18 walks. He's got a record of 4-1 with a 3.54 ERA. Here is Matt Morin to lead things off for the Spartans. In there for strike one, 0-1.
What up, Muggsy?
Morin batting .264, 14 hits, 15 runs, 10 ribbies, no extra base hits. Count is 1-1. Up and away, 2-1 to the LA leadoff hitter and second baseman. Morin, Ryan, and Teddy McLaughlin due up here. Morin hits this one into left center field, but it is tracked down by the center fielder Hirsch for out number 1. Good jump off the bat, going over towards left field. One up, one down. Here is Keegan Ryan, the center fielder for LA. Ryan enters play batting .288. 15 runs, 15 hits, 8 ribbies, 4 doubles. Strike one. That missed, and the count will leave it at 1. Two and one. LA coming off is skied into right field down the line, and it'll be tracked down. Great run towards the corner by the right fielder, Paul McNiff, for out number 2. Wind carried that a little further than I thought it was going to go off the bat, but 2 down. Here's Teddy McLaughlin. I was going to say, LA coming off a 6-4 loss to Nobles on Saturday. McCutcheon delivers strike one to Teddy McLaughlin. Teddy enters play batting .333 with 11 RBIs, 1 double, 1 triple. Count is even at 1, 1-1. Sound like, I don't know if that hit him, or does it sound like it hit his bat, but it's a ball. All right, so count will be 2-1. Hitters count here for Teddy.
Yes, Ted.
3-1. On the inside corner, full count to McLaughlin with Brian Downing, the shortstop, on deck. This is hit up the middle and underneath the glove of the shortstop, Sandell, for a base hit. Great piece of 2-strike, 2-out hitting to keep the inning alive. And here is Downing, who has one of the 2 home runs LA has hit as a team this year. The other one was hit by Dave Allard. Throw over to first. Well, typical Andy Pettit lefty pickoff move there. Another throw back to first and almost went up the line and out of play, but back safely is McLaughlin and able to prevent it from going out of play. Downing on the season, a .276 hitter. Throw back to first again. Runner goes, the pitch is low and bobbled behind the plate, and into second, uncontested, is Teddy McLaughlin. So after all that, it's much ado about nothing, as McLaughlin gets the steal without any drama at all. This will be grounded to the right side, fielded at second, on to first. Oh, it's dropped! Will Rice Should have had the third out of the inning. Instead, it's an E3. So here is Jacob Ward as the Spartans have new life trying to pull even. Up and away for ball one. Ward is the team's leading hitter at .412, but with only 3 RBIs. Fouled straight back, and the count will be 1-1. Runner goes for second. Throw down to second will be cut off by the pitcher McCutcheon. Similar play to Sandell stealing second in the top half of this inning. The count is 2-1. 2 runners now in scoring position for LA. Steal for Downing. Hitters count for Ward. And that nearly came and got him. And it's 3-1. Tommy Whitlock, the designated hitter, on deck. Fouled off, and the count will be 3-2. So another full count here with 2 outs. McLaughlin managed to get a single up the middle on his 3-2 count. Then Downing didn't have to look at a 3-2 count, but did reach. Will this be another base runner, or will McCutcheon get out of the inning? He will get out of the inning with a big strikeout, his first of the game, and the side is retired. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error, 2 left. After 1 complete, still 1-0 BB&N. LSP is the live event specialists. Ask us about taping, streaming, or announcing your next sports game, gaming tournament, wedding, concert, recital, play, meeting, or other event. Rates start just $150. Email samfeelypbp@gmail.com for more information. You can also find us on Thumbtack to get more information on our services outside the world of sports and live events, including pet sitting and walking, delivery, shopping, graphic and document design, writing, etc. So 1 run, no hits, 1 error, and 1 left for PB&N through 1, and 0-1-0-2 for LA. Lone RBI by a sac fly by Jake Berglund, the lone hit. 2-out single by Teddy McLaughlin. Here is Declan Wilkes to lead things off in the top of the second. Wilkes is the catcher. We have sorted out that situation with Wilkes and Rice both being listed as first baseman on the initial lineup card from Craig McLaughlin. But Wilkes is the catcher. Rice is the first baseman. He's due up second. Then it'll be Paul McNiff, the right fielder, due up third. If anybody gets on, the number 9 hitter, the left fielder, Gus Anato. 1-0 the count from Morris to Wilkes. Morris working exclusively from the stretch, and he gets a strike in there to even the count at 1. Foul tip, and it'll be 1-2. Milberg, there's no pitch clock, at least visible. He went around, says the home plate umpire, and applying the tag is Schuster for the first out of the inning, and back-to-back strikeouts, dating back to Talachi last inning for Morris. Milberg, there's no pitch clock, at least visible, but I've been working at least the NJCAA and also at St. Anselm in the Northeast 10, they can and will call a pitch clock ball or strike on you. Ooh, fouled off by Will Rice in the box, and it bounced up and hit the brim of his helmet. 0-1. Painful way to take a strike there. I mean, I mean, if there is a pitch clock at this level, it's certainly not the same kind of, rules enforcement that it is at the MLB level, wherein, you see pitchers, try to pick off the runner 3 or 4 times. And obviously there's no balk in that situation. 1-1 the count. 1-2.
Or you want me to drive you?
Swing and a miss. Strike 3. 3 consecutive strikeouts now for Morris. And here is Paul McNiff, the right fielder. Oh and 1 the count to McNiff. Entering play batting 161. No extra base hits, no RBIs. 1-1. Bounces to the plate, and the count will be 2-1. Well, the sun was beating on us to begin the game, but the cloud cover is taken over a little bit. I did see rain in the forecast when later today before I headed out the door for today. But I mean, it does, this kind of weather is spared for the computer. Certainly, you're not gonna have the electronics melting in the direct sunlight right now. But 2-2 the count now to McNiff. Morris comes set, and the pitch. Low for ball 3, 3-2. That'll be grounded to the right side. Throw on to first, a 1-2-3 inning for Morris and LA as McNiff is retired 4-3. And it's 5 in a row set down now by Morris after a buck and a half, still 1-0 Knights. The LSP store is now open. Get yourself a DVD or digital copy of most past LSP video broadcasts, or check out our exclusive collection of merchandise, including the LSP hoodie, the Never Concede collection, and some stuff with my dog, Tina the Longarina, on it. LSP37.creator-spring.com to place your order for merch, and email samfeelypbp@gmail.com to place your order for game videos. So, Milberg, I hope that answers, your questions about, is there a pitch clock? I mean, no. Only, I saw like a visible, lacrosse shot clock, and I assume football play clock over at Murbach the other day doing lacrosse. So, having the visible play clock is certainly an advantage for working football, but I don't know. But it's not wedged in the. It's obviously it's not in the main scoreboard over there, so it's hard to get into the score bug as well. But obviously, I was only doing lacrosse last Friday, so that doesn't matter. And you can't get the shot clock in, but it's in a completely different spot, so it's harder to try and get that all in one shot. Easier with basketball, of course. First pitch of the bottom of the second, fouled off by the designated hitter, Tommy Whitlock. Strike 1 to Tommy. It'll be followed by Charlie McLaughlin and C.J. Schuster. And if anybody gets on, Luke Miller. Upstairs for ball 1 to even the count to the LADH. Whitlock only batting 162 on the season. 6 hits, none of them for extra bases, but does have 7 ribbies. Pop foul over to the right side and out of play. The base, that little hill there behind Coach Barker in the first base coach's box. Say something nice to Coach Barker, Milberg. I might have to say something not nice to Coach Gags here. Oh, wait, never mind. The guy's sitting down. Never mind. Down in front. 1-2 the count still after that foul off. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So both pitchers start the second the way they end the first with a strikeout, 1 away. So many brain worms over the years from MLB The Show. I wonder if Super Joe would give me a free suit if I could even hit a single at Yankee Stadium. Here is Charlie McLaughlin as he takes at the top of the strike zone for strike 1. One and one. Charlie entering play, hitting an even 300. And he gets plunked. And that'll bring up C.J. Schuster, the catcher. C.J., 125 hitter with 2 runs scored, 1 double, no ribbies. In the dirt for ball 1. Throw back to first and back safely is Charlie McLaughlin with the cloud cover here and wondering if it's going to start raining. I'm starting to have flashbacks to doing the LA Senior Day soccer doubleheader, senior night soccer doubleheader in the middle of a literal hurricane back in November. Just wondering if it's going to come all pouring down. I have my canopy and everything, but it's all in the trunk. It's disassembled right now. Kevin Potter, you watching? You might be on call in a moment. Bounces to the plate, but not far enough for McLaughlin to try and go for second. 2-0. Another throw back to first. He likes you, as they say. Milberg, I assume the one vote in the Who You Got poll right now is yours, right? Because it's for LA. Fouled off, 2-1. Tried to bunt, and looks like it fouled off, so 2-2. He's got a little bit of a smile there. I'm watching Charlie McLaughlin over there at first. I don't want to zoom in on him because I don't want to take away from the at bat, but watch him he's got the damn jazz hands going as he inches off the bag, and there's the throw over. Gotcha, nearly got him again.
Let's throw a pitch now.
Putting on the Ritz, Charlie McLaughlin. Ken McCain in a top hat. Throw to second. He's out. Up and away, and that'll fill the count. Hello, my ragtime gal. Just swing and a miss, strike three, and the inning is over. So 3 strikeouts now for Brady McCutcheon. Faces the minimum through 2, still 1-0. Knights. Are you down with the sound called LSP? I am certainly not down with the sound called Chicken Fried. Follow and support us on the web. Linktree, Facebook, YouTube, PayPal, Creator Spring, Ko-Fi, LSP 37. All right, we go to the top of the third. Be the 9-1 and 2 hitters due up for BB&N. Gus Anata, Brady McCutcheon, and Matt Hirsch. Anata, the left fielder, is behind 0-1, and now he's even in the count, 1-1. One and 2 the count to Anata. There's play batting 400. 4 hits and 10 at-bats, 3 ribbies. None of them for extra bases, though. 2-2 the count. Full count. 3-2. And the role of the number 9, even the number 9 here has changed a little bit in recent years in baseball, but Anata swings and misses, and it's number 9, number 9 here isn't always going to be a Mario Mendoza clone. It could be someone like Anata who can get on base. Just another leadoff hitter. You don't want, because you never want to give away at bats. And with a guy like Anata who is batting 400 entering play today, he gets on. Brady McCutcheon can do a lot of damage. Rocket to center field, but it will be caught on a line by Ryan for a quick second out. So after McCutcheon led off the game with a walk, a steal, and so far the only run of this game, he goes down on the fly out to center. 2 up, 2 down, and here is Matt Hirsch, the center fielder. Ground out to third his first time. Swing and a miss, strike one. In fact, he grounded out to third. And McCutcheon, after the throw was made by the third baseman McLaughlin, took off for third and got there safely. 0-2. It's, it's a trick everyone in MLB The Show does, hope to catch the other player napping to try and press square to go back to third base to catch you sneaking in the back door, but not the case here. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. Matt Hirsch, strikeout number 5 for Jay Morris. He has now set down 8 in a row since Sandel's walk, and we go to the bottom of the third, still 1-0 BB&N. LSP's next broadcast is Friday evening at 5:25 p.m. when it will be the final NEPSAC broadcast of the 2022-2023 school year. It's Lawrence Academy hosting Tabor in NEPSAC and ISL softball action. It's also LA Senior Night. Watch the game live and on demand on the LSP YouTube channel. Buy a DVD of the game or digital copy of the game at the LSP store. And don't forget to subscribe. Okay, so we go to the bottom of the third. Only hit in this game belongs to LA, but the only run belongs to BB&N, and it was scored by the man who's getting his warm-up tosses in right now, the southpaw Brady McCutcheon. McCutcheon will face 9, 1, and 2 in the LA order. Luke Miller, Matt Morin, and Keegan Ryan. So with Brady McCutcheon, basically doing the Shohei Ohtani rule here. If he ever gets lifted on the mound, and he can still bat as the DH. So here is Luke Miller, the number 9 hitter in the LA lineup, and the Spartans' first baseman to lead off the bottom of the third. Strike 1 to Miller. That hit him. Second hit batsman of the ball game for McCutcheon. And the leadoff man is aboard for the first time today for the Spartans. Lineup turns over from Morin. Flew out to center to lead off the bottom of the first. Throw back to first. Back safely is Miller. Again, no pitch clock, no pickoff limits or anything. Please, there are ladies present. This is a family show, etc. Got a live mic, guys. Throw back to first again. A little closer, but he is safe. 3 pickoff attempts before he's even thrown a pitch to Morin yet. Now he comes home with it and gets a strike in there. 0-1. How about that? One nothing game. Again, BB&N still without a hit, but leading on the scoreboard. Bunt attempt by Morin goes foul, 0-2. Expect rain in Groton around 6 p.m. Our computer overlords tell me, so we'll see if we can get that in, get the rest of this game in by then. I mean, with all these pickoff attempts, that'll slow it down, certainly. 0-2, still the count. The thing is, it hasn't stopped LA from even, attempting steals. He only got 2 in the first, and then McLaughlin eventually took off in the second, but he got caught. Pickoff number 5. Smash hit by Lou Bega in the darkest timeline. You can also throw off the batter, too. And speaking of which, there's a quick pitch up and in 1-2 because you're just trying to, you have 2 strikes. You're not going to be bunting anymore. You want to, try and, get one into the gap, maybe bring home the tying run. But you can frustrate the batter, too, I guess. Runner goes, pitches a swing and a miss, strike 3, and the throw is again cut off by McCutcheon. I don't know if it was intended to be cut off by McCutcheon. But just, it's right into his glove at his hip there, so I guess he had no choice. Strikeout number 4 for McCutcheon, 1 down. Runner now in scoring position on the 3rd steal of the game for LA. Here is Keegan Ryan. Ryan hits this one into left center field, but it's going to hang up long enough for Hirsch to make the catch, and back to second goes Miller. I don't know, if the cloud cover hadn't come, maybe that has a chance for extra bases or a home run even, but now it's cooled off a little bit and the clouds are coming in. Air might be a little too thick to get that one over Hirsch's head. So 2 down, and here is Teddy McLaughlin. He fouls this one off for strike 1. McLaughlin has the only hit in this game so far, a single on a 3-2 pitch with 2 outs in the bottom of the 1st, and eventually got to 3rd before Ward struck out with 2 runners in scoring position to end that threat. Upstairs for ball 1 to even the count, 1-1. 1-0, BB&N on top, bottom of the 3rd. Lone run scored by the man on the mound here for the Knights, Brady McCutcheon, on a sac fly by Jake Berglund in the top of the 1st, and that twists McLaughlin out of the way to make it 2-1. Miller at second after being hit by a pitch to start the inning, then eventually stealing second. And that's down and in, 3-1. That almost came in and got McLaughlin on the shoe tops. Downing is on deck. LA trying to pull even here. And it's popped up behind second base, caught by Talachi for the out that retires the side. And the Spartans have now left 3 runners in scoring position through the first 3 innings. 1-0 BB&N as we head to the 4th. Advertising opportunities are available on LSP. Sponsor our content for as little as $25 a spot. Email samfeelypbp@gmail.com for more information. We go to the top of the 4th, and it'll be the 3, 4, and 5 hitters due up for BB&N, Sandell, Berglund, and Talachi. Jay Morris has retired 8 in a row since since Sandell's walk back in the 1st, and he misses for ball 1. 1 run, no hits, 1 error, and 1 left for BB&N. This is into left field, and it's knocked down in left field by Ward. And that'll be the first hit of the ball game for the Knights. A leadoff single for Sandell. So after walking and stealing second, then eventually being stranded at third in the first, Sandell is on for the second time today. Here's Jake Berglund. Drove home the only run so far this game. Sack fly back in the first. Throw back to first. It gets away and then goes out of play. Away from the first baseman, Miller. And up to second on the error goes Sandell. Coach Margraf calling out a bunt defense here. You got a cleanup hitter, Berglund. Let's see what he's thinking. He is going to get plunked. Didn't square at all. Took it on the hip, and now it is first and second. Nobody out to begin the fourth. So Sandell reaches to lead off the inning, breaking up the string of 8 straight retired by Morris. Single by Sandell, reaches on the error by the pitcher, Morris. And then Morris plunks Berglund. And now it's first and second, nobody out. And the number 5 hitter, the second baseman, Dan Talachi, due up here. You can see Chris Margraf having a word with both Morris and Schuster. Umpire going out to break up the conversation, but no change yet. Game possibly hanging in the balance here. The way McCutcheon's been pitching, even with runners on base. Here is Talachi. He's going to lay down a bunt on the first base line, but it goes foul and hung up in the air for a little longer than he might have liked, but dropped well before Miller could try and lunge and maybe make a catch. So it's just strike one to Talachi. Swing and a miss. Strike two, and now the bunt is off for sure. Sandell at second, Berglund at first. 1-2. We're Talachi to get a base hit here and maybe drive home Sandell. It would be an earned run charge to Morris. Let's see what Sandell would have gotten to first anyway without the error. But a swing and a miss by Talachi. Strike 3. 1 down. Strikeout number 6 now for Morris. Here is Declan Wilkes. So Talachi 0 for 2 with 2 Ks. Wilkes struck out swinging his first time up. Strike 1. Boy, whatever Margraf had to say to Morris after he was in hot water in the first, and whatever he had to say just now, they might have him picked off at third. They got him in a hot box between second and third. That is Sandell. They got him. Into second goes Berglund. But it's 2 outs. Instead of first and second, 1 out. Runner at second, but now 2 out. 0-1 the count to Wilkes. 1-1. Whoa. Generous call, I'd say, there for a strike on Wilkes. 1-2. Wilkes trying to lay one down. Runners were in motion. They managed to pick off Sandell, and then a swing and a miss. Strike 3. 7 Ks now through 4 innings for Morris. And LA squelches the 2-on, nobody out threat for the Knights. Halfway home, still 1-0 visitors. LSP is the live event specialist. Ask us about streaming, taping, or announcing your next sports game, gaming tournament, wedding, concert, recital, play, meeting, or other event. Rates start just $150. Email samfeelypbp@gmail.com for more information, or find us on Thumbtack for details on our services outside the worlds of sports and live events, including pet sitting and walking, deliveries, shopping, graphic and document design, errands, writing, and so on. Now, listening in on the conversation Coach Margraf had with his team there, this is an official game now. Rain could come, that could be it. That's not how you want to lose. Your senior day game, right? I mean, if you're going to lose, at least, go down fine. Don't let Mother Nature, take it away from you. The ISL title is not on the line. Belmont Hill is all but clinched that if they haven't already. And as we go to the bottom of the 4th, it's the middle third of the order. Due up for LA, Brian Downing, Jacob Ward, and Tommy Whitlock. Both teams with 1 hit apiece. But BB&N leading in the run column, 1-0. Downing reached on an error, stole a base, but was stranded at second. Back in the first. 1-0 the count to the LA shortstop. McCutcheon delivers high, and it's 2-0. Three and 0. Four-pitch walk. I like the strikes. I might be getting a little pinched there. I don't know, but Downing reaches for the second time. Here is Jacob Ward. I wonder if the top half of this inning would have been any different if Ward wasn't able to knock down the base hit by Sandell and just keep him to a single. The way he knocked it down, I thought it was actually going to somehow turn away from him. Maybe Sandell could turn on the Jets for second. Well, there we go again. McCutcheon pays a visit to Downing over there. Because obviously, Sandell with now 11 stolen bases on the season. He's got the speed to do it, but again, Ward able to keep it close to him and keep Sandell close. Popped foul and out of play. That'll even the count at 1. One run, 1 hit, 1 error, 2 left for BB&N. Runner goes, throw to first, down to the shortstop, and they got him. The second 1-3-6 put out, caught stealing, pickoff, whatever you want to call it, of the game for the BB&N defense. Downing is retired, 1 down. I mean, as a fan, you can, jeer the pitcher all you want for going over to first so many times. But that's why you do it, to try and control the running game. Now a pop-up off the bat of Ward, 2 down. LA has stolen 3 bases of the team, but they've been caught twice, both on pickoff attempts initiated by the pitcher. Here is a drive into center field. Bermuda triangle, but making the catch is Sandell, the shortstop, for the out that retires the side. Oh, it looked so promising to start once again for LA as they got the leadoff man aboard for the 2nd consecutive inning, but they come away with Nathan. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left through 4, 1-0 BB&N. The LSP store is now open. Get yourself a DVD or digital copy of most past LSP video broadcasts, or check out our collection of exclusive merchandise, including the LSP hoodie, the Never Concede collection, and some stuff with my dog, Tina the Long Arena, on it. LSP37.creator-spring.com to place your order for merch, and samfeelypvp@gmail.com to place your order for game videos. It's an official game, like I say. We're through 4. With the home team trailing, so as far as LA is concerned, they want to pick up the pace, get back at bat as quickly as possible, and try to maybe take the lead before the rain comes. I mentioned being told expect rain around 6 p.m. I'll check the radar when I get the chance, but I feel like it might come sooner than that. Will Rice to lead things off. Takes low for ball 1. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. 1-1. Slapped right back to the pitcher, throw on to first, 1 up, 1 down. Here's Paul McNiff, the right fielder. Well, I'm looking at the radar right now. The worst right now is all north and west of us. Hasn't even gotten to Gardner yet, but see how quickly it's moving. 1-0 the count. Pop up on the bunt for a hit attempt, and it will roll foul. Schuster with a judgment call there to see if it'll roll foul up the third base line. It just barely did, and that'll be strike 1. One and two. Looking at the hourly forecast right now, 38% chance of precipitation in the 4 o'clock hour in Groton, but starting at 5 o'clock, that's what jumps up to a hundo. So LA's got to get this in quick, and I got to get my equipment back in the box quick, if that is the case. The joys of working outdoor sports in the Northeast, right? A brutal hop over the head of the shortstop Downing. Looked like a routine ground ball, and then just took an awkward hop over his head. I'm going to have to give McNiff a base hit there, so. Dave Steeb has entered the chat. So runner on first, 1 down. Here is Anada. He struck out swinging his first time up. McNiff now 1 for 2 after he grounded to second, and now it's Morris's turn to try and keep the runner at first close. Remember last time that was the situation. He committed an error that allowed Sandell to get to second, but of course Sandell was eventually picked off in a play that I don't have the scoring for right now, but I imagine it looks like, tomorrow's winning, tomorrow's winning Mega Millions numbers. What lottery game's on Thursday now? I don't know. I haven't played the lottery in years. Why would I? When I couldn't, gamble with other things that I have a little bit more knowledge of. I don't know. Runner goes to second, and the ball goes out of play on the skip to second. And this is going to be an interesting call here. Because, the ball bounced to the plate and then went out of play. It's a stolen base for McNiff. Does he get third on that situation? I guess he doesn't, so it's 2-0. 2-1 now. So McNiff picks up the steal, but doesn't go to third. Like I said, the ball did go over the fence, didn't it? Grounder to the right side, scooped up at second by Morin. On to first for out number 2. Up to third goes McNiff. So a critical run, 90 feet away for BB&N. Productive out anyways for Anata. And the lineup turns over for McCutcheon. 0 for 1, walk, steal, and a run scored back in the first. Fly out to center last time up. Outside for ball 1. Feels like a race against time right now, which even, with pace of play rules and a pitch clock is still not the actual objective of baseball. The rain threatening right now. That is in the dirt. It's not actively raining, but you can tell with the cloud cover back here. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Just some happy little cumulonimbus clouds, right? 2-0 the count. McCutcheon, grounder to first. It was touched in fair territory by the first baseman. That's going to be a base hit. And an RBI, and McNiff scores, and it's 2-0. Just barely stayed inside the line, and not much you can do there, especially with McCutcheon's speed. Gets the infield single, no play. McNiff scores 2-0. So crucial right there. LA wants to get back in the dugout and get back at bat to try and take the lead. It's like Indiana Jones trying to get away from the boulder. And don't forget your hat. Matt Hirsch, 0 for 2, ground out to third and a strikeout looking. Runner goes, pitches a ball, throw down to second. Safe! Oh. In the dirt, no advance by McCutcheon. Grounder, foul. 2-1. Whoa. Wow, very low flying aircraft over there. Hanscom's the other way. Look at this. I mean, it's out of the shot now here, but like, wow. Yeah, I don't know, but Hanscom's the other way. Oh, Devins. That's what I'm thinking of. That's a fair ball. That is a fair ball. A run's going to score. Throw to second, not in time. Home plate umpire ruled a fair ball, and it is a fair ball because it hit the first base bag. So run scores. McCutcheon comes in. Hirsch with the double. And now here's Alex Sandell. Strike one to Sandell, who is the only player today for BB&N with a perfect day at the plate. Walk in the first single last time up, grounder, backhanded, throw to first. Trying to do the splits to save it is the first baseman Miller, but it goes out of play. Another run scores for BB&N. It's 4-0. Here's Jake Berglund. His sac fly back in the first still stands as the difference right now in this game. Single and an E5. Swing and a miss, no RBI. So Hirsch ends up scoring as part of the error. Ball one. 1-2. And if you're BB&N, when you get back on defense, you obviously want to try and like slow down the pace a little bit. One and two, the count. Swing and a miss. No, he foul tipped. I heard the foul tip, but it wasn't hung on to by Schuster. I thought he did hang on to it initially, but he stays alive. Look at the forecast right now. Threat of a thunderstorm is dissipated in the 5 o'clock hour, but still 99% chance of rain. Here's another chance at third. Another throw out of play. $5-0. That is an E5 all the way, no base hit. Sandell scores. Berglund at second. Here's Dan Talachi. Strike one. Talachi is the 8th batter of the inning. Trying to race his 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. 0-2. 4 runs in the inning. All coming with 2 outs for BB&N. Fouled off with the runner going to third on the pitch. Runner goes again, but this is swung on and missed for strike 3. The inning is over. Talachi, where's the hat trick? But BB&N, where's the 4 spot there? 4 runs on 4 hits, 2 errors, and 1 left. Through 4.5, 5-0, BB&N. Are you down with the sound called LSP? Then follow and support us on the web. We're on Linktree, Facebook, YouTube, PayPal, Creator Spring, and Ko-Fi. LSP37. Don't forget to subscribe. We are going to go to the bottom of the 5th. 5-0 our score. BB&N on top. LA's come back from similar deficits this season. Twice here on LSP, in fact. Remember the St. Mark's and the Worcester Academy games, but might be a different animal here. McCutcheon back out there for his 5th inning of work. And he will deal with the bottom 3rd of the order. Charlie McLaughlin, is C.J. Schuster and Luke Miller. You can see there Mark Raff and Gagnon discussing strategy here with the how are you gonna score 6 before the rain comes is the question. Charlie McLaughlin will lead things off. He was hit by a pitch his first time up in the 2nd, but was then eventually picked off 1-3-6. The first of 2 such pickoffs today by the BB&N defense initiated by McCutcheon. McLaughlin ducks out of the way of that one. It's ball 1. In there for strike 1. 1-1. Looks like BB&N's going to get a reliever going. Maybe a couple relievers. Oh, nearly got him. Been the 2nd time he's been hit today. Two and 2. It does look like a significantly small. Swing and a miss. The pitch was dropped, but he'll be tagged by the catcher Wilkes for out number 1. Strikeout number 4 for McCutcheon. 1 down. Here's the it's not going to be Schuster. Janowski going to step to the plate and swing and miss for strike 1. Outside for ball 1. Is it Janowski or is it Coda Marsteiner? Excuse me, it's Marsteiner, my mistake. Two and 2. I don't know why I pulled Janowski out of all that, but not exactly that I'm at the level where the perspective where 5 and 8 look that similar. And Marsteiner goes down swinging. 2 up, 2 down, and we're gonna have a pinch hitter for Luke Miller, and it's going to be Devin Allard. Any of the offense, if you're LA, Allard's a guy who can provide that. He takes ball 1, but I don't know if, down to your final 7 outs, you have 5 runs in you before the rain comes. 6 runs, actually, now that I think about it. But it's now 2-0 to Allard. He chops that one to the right side. Second baseman bottling it for just a moment, but gets the out, retires the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Spartans in the bottom of the 5th. Absolutely not what they needed there. We go to the 6th, 5-0 Knights. LSP's next broadcast is Friday evening, 5:25 p.m., maybe a little earlier if we can get the Senior Day ceremony on the live stream. It's Lawrence Academy softball senior night as they take on the Tabor Sea Wolves in NEPSAC and ISL softball action. Watch the game live and on demand on the LSP YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe and then buy a DVD or digital copy of the game at the LSP store. We're going to have a pitching change, and Micah Bennett has taken over on the mound for LA. I'll see if I can get the other changes. Coach, Bob Barker, what do we got for changes? Just Bennett or... Bennett, Allard. Who's catching? Brzee, thank you. So, Micah Bennett taking over on the mound for LA. Owen Brzee is now behind the plate, and like is that still Davin Allard out there at first? It is Davin Allard at first. So Jay Morris goes the first 5 and allows 5 runs on 5 hits. And he's on the hook as we go to the top of the 6th. That'll be up and in for ball 1 to the BB&N catcher, Declan Wilkes. He's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Wilkes takes downstairs, ball 2, 2-0 from Bennett. Wilkes, Rice, and McNiff due up here in the top of the 6th. 3-0 has Brzee telling Bennett, settle it down here, man. You're overthrown a little bit, and he's spiked the last couple in the dirt, and see if we can get on top of one here and get back in the count. Nope. Ball 4. 4-pitch walk issued to Wilkes. So the BB&N catcher is on base for the first time today. And here is Will Rice. Not Will Rico, Will Rice. I did that to myself years ago during a hockey game between Watertown and Stoneham, and I think it was Watertown and Stoneham during a playoff game. MIA hockey playoff game, but throw down to first. Ball 1. Strike 1. No strike on that one, okay. But yeah. I tell people all the time, stories of my father's awful handwriting, but now my handwriting is becoming my parents'. Can Progressive stop my handwriting from becoming my parents' handwriting? Stolen base. But a strike on the batter, Rice, and it is 0-2 with a runner in scoring position. In the dirt, ball 1. Wilkes took a step and a half towards third after the pitch to see if he had a lane to third, but did not. As Brzee kept it in front of him. 1-2 the count. Wilkes at second after the walk to lead off the inning, the stolen base. Rice trying to get on base for the first time today. Bennett comes set. Spin back towards second and no advance. Throw back to second after the ball. It goes into center field, but no advance by Wilkes. 2-2, still a runner at second. Nobody out here in the top of the sixth. In the dirt, full count. How the tables have turned here. McNiff on deck. Fouled off. Inside ball 4. First and second for BB&N. Back-to-back walks to begin the inning. Here is Paul McNiff, but first here is Chris Margraf. Having a word with both Brazee and Bennett to see how LA will tack the BB&N number 8 and 9 hitters. McNiff. I do admire the positivity from Coach Margraf. Even being down 5-0 with 6 outs left. Bunt down. Oh, no, they didn't have anyone covering third, but they do get the out at first. Sacrifice is successful. It's now second and third, 1 out. McNiff lays down the bunt. Up to third goes Wilkes. Up to second goes Rice. Here is Gus Inada. Outside for ball 1. Inada 0 for 2. Struck out in the third, grounded out to second in the fifth. Infield is in here. Skips to the backstop off the catcher's glove, but no advance by the runners. Well, that's the first time I've seen a wild pitch take that carom off the backstop here. A new backstop that was installed the last time. Worked a game at this field. 2-0 now. Kicked off the backstop and rolled up, in front of the LA dugout. But catcher had to get away from home plate to go and field that, but the runner's right in front of him. No window for them to try and make a break for it. But it's 3-0 now to Inada with the leadoff man and the man of the hour, it seems, this game. McCutcheon on deck. There's a 4-pitch walk to Gus Inada as he reaches base for the first time today. Bases full of Knights. 1 out for McCutcheon. McCutcheon 1 for 2. Walk, steal, and a run scored in the first. Fly out to center in the third. Single, RBI, steal, run scored in the fifth. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Does feel like, with the impending rain, if McCutcheon can get a hold of one here, I feel like we need to get, the theme from The Natural going in the background. Bounced in front of the catcher. The catcher completely lost sight of the ball, but all three runners were in the, halfway in between their decision making, and eventually they all scamper back. No advance, 1-1 to McCutcheon, and feeling the wind pick up now. The microphone's cooling off. I just felt a raindrop. See if he can Roy Hobbs this one. 2-1. I may have to shut down this stream. I feel like I should ask Kevin Potter, if it starts to pour. I mean, we understand the situation. Here's a grounder. It's through for a base hit. 1 run scores. Here comes another. Throw to the plate. Hey! Didn't get him. He lost the ball. The relay was there, but Brzee could not hang on to the ball. It's a 2-run single for McCutcheon. Seven nothing. Wilkes and Rice score. Anada up to second. It's now 1-0 the count. One second. Got Hirsch and play. Could you go to my car and just grab an umbrella out of there? It would either be in the trunk or the back seat. It's the Hyundai. There. Yeah, I have no way of setting up the canopy right now, but this is through for another base hit. Anada being waved around third. Here's the throw to the plate. That one they got. The throw to third goes up the line, and in to score is McCutcheon. It's 8-0. They get the second out on Anada, but McCutcheon scores if they try to get him going into third. Hirsch, I'm sorry? The orange Hyundai. I mean, it's certainly possible that the umpires are going to say, "Hey, stop," and I'll just kill the stream there. But I feel like I should do my sign off now. But you all know this has been a presentation of LSP, something for everyone for over a decade. Copyright 2023, unauthorized redistribution of any portion of this broadcast of the express written permission of LSP is strictly prohibited. I didn't get to do this yesterday during at the end of the Stoneham Medford games. That goes to the backstop on ball 4. And next broadcast is going to be Friday evening, 5:25 p.m., Tabor and LA softball. Game hasn't been halted yet, but I'm just getting this out of the way. You know where to be down with the sound called LSP. Facebook, YouTube, PayPal. Greater Spring Ko-Fi LSP37. Shoot me an email if you want me to work your next live event. All that information. I mean, if I don't get it here, you know how to rewind a YouTube video, don't you? Walk to Sandell. Here's Berglund. 1-0. See, the wind is howling. See, it's kicking up some dirt there in the infield. Rain's starting to pick up. No, the umbrella. There's no umbrella. You know what? They may be right. Like on the back seat, on the floor of the back seat under anything? No, an umbrella. I don't know, man. I'm just a one-man show, folks. God, now the infield dirt's coming in towards here. It's 9-0. Hey, I did allude to the soccer doubleheader in the middle of the hurricane, right? Kevin Potter. I apologize, but I'm gonna have to shut this down. But I think you get the picture. I mean, that's not there's no umbrella, not underneath anything in the back seat or anything. No, really? I thought there was. Okay, I'm dumb. Yeah. Thanks for tuning in, everyone.